The power of obedience. Obedience is simply aligning yourself to the will and the counsel of God. Anybody that will go far with God must be able to say yes, Lord. Obedience is the ability to say yes to God, even if you don't feel as to, even if you don't understand, but you are able to say yes to God to every instruction. Is obedience. Jesus said, not my will, but thy will be done. You can't substitute anything for what? Obedience. Obedience is better than sacrifice. Obedience is greater than sacrifice. Obedience is higher than sacrifice. Obedience is more powerful than sacrifice. God prefers you to obey him than for you to do all the sacrifices that you are doing. When God says this is what I want you to do, don't replace it with sacrifice. Some people think that God will be at peace only when you go on a 40 days fasting, only when you subject yourself for 1 week and don't eat, only when you do something that is painful and grievous. But God may be requiring something simple and easy for you. This is what I want you to do. Obedience anytime, any day is better than sacrifice. You can't reject the voice of God and expect that your voice will be heard by God. When you reject his voice, he will reject your voice. When you disobey his voice, your voice will not mean anything to him. When God's voice does not matter, your voice will not matter. When God speaks and you don't obey, don't expect that when you speak, God will obey. At times, the instruction of God does not appeal to human reason. At times, the instruction of God is not attractive. There are times the instruction of God makes no sense. But our own part is to obey. It's not to analyze. At times, you only understand it after you have obeyed. The Bible says in Isaiah chapter 1 verse 19, if ye be willing and obedient, you shall eat the good of the land. Only thing that could preserve man was obedience. Anytime you act on divine instruction, there will be a divine manifestation. Obedience is powerful. It can turn your tears into cheers. Obedience is powerful. It can turn your captivity around. Obedience is powerful. It can make you walk in high places. Obedience can bring you out of the miry clay, because he will set your feet upon the rock to stay. Obedience is powerful. God may ask you to do a difficult thing, and he will never ask you to do an impossible thing. Your destiny anchors on whatsoever he asks you. Your future anchors on whatsoever he asks you to do. Your life anchors on whatsoever he asks you to do. Number one reason people don't obey God is that they lack faith in God. When you have faith in God, it makes you obey God without what? That's true. Obey God and leave the consequences of your obedience to him. God doesn't change. He's the same yesterday, today, and forever. So whether I obey God or disobey God, it doesn't change. No, God remains the same. God never changes. Your obedience or your disobedience does not change God. It remains God. But you obeying God is to your advantage, not to God's advantage. Are you disobeying God is to your disadvantage, not to God's disadvantage.